Well, it's another edition of the Bradley J. and Shayla show. And when I say her name, I should probably bring her up in the background. What's going on?
Hey, not much. It's Wednesday. I'm excited.
Wednesday, 6 o'clock, and we know exactly where your parents are.
Right in front of the TV at 6 p.m., ready for our StreamYard.
That is
They're
right.
Very dedicated viewers. I appreciate that.
You know, if we ever get shirts that say like the Bradley J. and Shayla show, we're definitely giving your mom and dad the first two shirts that we get.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure.
But we don't have a budget right now, so Shayla's mom and dad, you're out of luck on the shirts right now. I got to get to this, Shayla, because it was just announced that I was the sexiest man alive in 2023.
I think you're clearly mistaken. I think it was Patrick Dempsey.
Yeah, it was. What do you think? Are you on board? What's the deal? Would you have chosen somebody else?
I would have chosen somebody else, but Patrick Dempsey is very good looking. How old is he? I mean,
he's in his 50s. 50. He's around my age. He's like 56, 57, somewhere in there.
Yeah. Well, he looks very good for his 50s. Like very good. I'll give him that. But
well, thank you. Oh, well, you still talking about Patrick Dempsey? Okay. All right.
Yeah, definitely talking about Patrick Dempsey.
That's very mean of you to say. I came across this. I know you like to eat, right?
Yeah, obviously.
But you're kind of a foodie, right?
Oh yeah, I'm a snacker.
Are you? That's good because I just found out the top foods we won't share with people: fries, pizza, and ice cream. So let me ask you this: is there a food, like if you're snacking on a food, like your favorite food, what is it?
Oh man, my favorite food, Mexican food. Like I really like chips and guac or chips and cheese, like that kind of thing.
Those like chips you'll share, but is there a food you won't share? Like if somebody tries to steal it off your plate, or if you got fries,
French fries, and I am pretty protective over my French fries.
Really? Have you ever slapped somebody away?
I mean, probably my husband, yeah. Especially if there's some ranch there too, like French fries and ranch. Yeah, I don't like to share my French fries.
Not even with your mother?
Nope. No one's getting my French fries.
Hi, Mom. Thanks for joining us.
I don't like to share ice cream either. You mentioned that. But I did share my ice cream the other day with my husband, so that was nice of me.
I guess it was. I like how you have your hand, like you're like, I shared ice cream with my husband.
We went to Cold Stone, and I shared my little thing with him.
Does that mean
he always, my husband, like he's very much on a low calorie, low carb type of thing all the time. And so I always order the French fries and I order the ice cream. And he's like, no, I'm not going to eat that stuff. But then he eats my stuff. And I think that's unfair. So he just wants it to appear like I'm the one ordering that stuff. So he's still being healthy, but then he eats my stuff. Like,
well, first of all, he doesn't do it to make you look like you're ordering all this stuff. He does it because he's like, well, I know she's going to get it and I don't have to eat a lot of it. So it doesn't feel like I'm cheating when I say like I'm on a low carb, low calorie diet or whatever. So if he takes a couple fries or whatever off your plate, he doesn't feel guilty about it, but he should.
That's still cheating. Yeah.
Yeah.
He just uses me as his outlet. That's not fair.
Exactly. It's not.
I mean, it's genius, but it's not fair. Because
it's evil genius. Your husband has a little evil in him.
Little evil.
I wonder, like, for couples, like your mom and dad, like, I wonder if they ever, like, stole food from each other. I think it's, when you're in a relationship, I think it's the man who steals the food off of his spouse's plate, or if she's eating women, I think, do it too, but I think men do it more.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I'm sure it's just, comes with marriage. I think you just share your food. I think that's just a thing.
I mean, you're sharing money. I mean, so,
you might as well share your dinner plate.
I mean, like if you're taking the money out of the account, you need to tell the person, but yeah, and when they start taking it without telling you, that's when you know you got problems in the marriage.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So don't do that, Shayla.
Don't do that. Yeah, I'll learn my lesson.
I don't like it though. I was eating lunch one time and I had a coworker. This is when I lived in Manhattan. I had a coworker that came up, and as he was just walking by, he was like, "Oh yeah, I take a couple," and he just reached down. And I was like, I don't get mad often. I don't think anyway. But I just looked at him. I'm like, "What are you doing?" I go, "Those are my fries." He's like, "Well, I only took two." I go, "Yeah, they were two of my fries." I go, "If you want fries, please go buy them."
You
That's
didn't
what
offer? He literally just came
no,
and
you
took
people do that with French fries all the time. They walk by, they're like, "Oh, look at that community property." No, French fries are not a community property. I bought them with my money. You cannot have any. You make enough money, go buy them yourself.
I
It's
guess
like
you just think because there's so many there, you won't miss just 2 of them.
no, there's a lot of peas and vegetables on my plate too. Nobody's stealing those. Just because there's a lot just because there's a lot of them on my plate doesn't mean they're open for everyone to go get them. Not even if like now at an older age, if my girlfriend did it or wife, I wouldn't mind because I love her. You
Would
know
that
what I
be a
mean?
red flag? Like, let's say it's a
Yes.
first date and the girl takes some fries. Yeah, that's a red flag. You're
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
not
yeah.
calling her back.
Because who knows what else she or he, when it comes to people out there listening, when she, for me, it would be a red flag because I don't know what else she's going to be taking. I do have a problem with like ex-girlfriends wearing my clothes as well.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
ex-girlfriends?
Yeah, ex-girlfriends used to get in my closet and wear my clothes, and I was like, "Why are you wearing? That's mine." But I was a lot more.
At that time.
I was a lot more selfish when I was younger.
Oh, yeah? Wait,
Yeah,
why can't you wear your clothes? There's something about a men's t-shirt, it's just large and comfy. Like,
well, buy you a large and comfy shirt
but why do that when my husband's got one?
because you like to spend money.
That's true too.
Why? But now, see, I would let her now because I'm older and wiser. It would be I would let her. But back in the day, no, don't wear my stuff, don't eat my food. Like when I was younger, that's how I was. Maybe that's why I'm single because everyone's like, "Oh God."
To say, maybe if you went back to younger Bradley J, if you wouldn't have worried about these small things of wearing your shirts
Yeah,
and stealing your French fries, you
yeah.
could be married right now. Maybe that was
Well,
you just let her walk away because she stole a French fry.
well, it's a good thing that I'm happy. I'm okay. I'm good. Kind of glad I was like that in my younger years. I always say if I ever got married when I was younger, I'd probably be divorced. I probably would have got divorced. Like she would have divorced me. She'd have been like, "Oh my God, you seem so cool when I met you, but now you're not so. So see you later." All right, moving on. I want to get to this one. Do you know people who watch a lot of like shows that have TV shows that have criminals on them, or movies that have like bad? We've all seen a movie with a bad guy. You watch those kind of things?
Like different criminal investigation
Yeah.
type of shows. I don't watch those, no.
No.
Because
This
they
is
make
a
me think, and I don't like to think when I'm
this is a horrible subject then, because
watching.
because when you watch, and I think people do this, like you watch a show like a criminal docu series, or like what's the show that's been on forever? I can't think of it now.
I did watch was it Alec Murdaugh, like those case
Yeah,
files?
something like that.
I watched that. That was intriguing. I was
Okay.
interested in that, yeah.
Okay, so here's the question. So you're watching that show, right? Did you ever think to yourself, how would I evade the law? Like, what would I have done to get away with this? You know what I mean? Like because you watch shows like that and you go like, I never would have done that. That's dumb. They never would have caught me. Like I never would have went back to the house. Like that was just a stupid move on the criminal's part. I am much smart. I would make a smarter criminal than that idiot I just watched on TV. Here's the questions that you ask. Like you're watching a criminal docuseries, right? And you go, if I was in her position, I would avoid the law. Like I would have went here, or I would have hid the money like somewhere they never would have found it. I wouldn't talk to anyone. I would just move away. Do you ever think like that when you watch a show?
When I watch those types of things, I just think about how awful I would be at being a criminal. I would be terrible. Like, I can't lie. I can't keep a secret. Like, I wouldn't be able to do it. And they're very smart sometimes the way they go about things. So for instance, like getting rid of the evidence. Like I wouldn't be wearing gloves. I'd just be going and like touching stuff. And then later I'm like, crap. And then I go in with a dust cloth. Like I'd be a horrible criminal.
They would call you the dust cloth criminal. That's what they would be like.
Everything.
They'd be like, "Oh, hey, look, Shayla was here, also known as the dust cloth criminal." But I've watched, I used to do that. I used to watch shows and then I would just be like, no, that's so dumb. Like, why would you do that? That's so stupid. Stop it. How would you evade the law? That's what I want to know. I want to know that. It's just kind of dumb. They, like you watch the FBI TV shows, and they're like, oh, they're going to get caught, right? I mean, when you watch the show, all criminals get caught on TV, unless you're watching, real life one or whatever. But yeah, so evading the law. I do. You couldn't lie. And also you would be laughing all the time. They would be like, so Shayla, we know that you hid the knife in the garbage can in the back. No, I didn't. That's so stupid. Who does that? That's my husband who does things like that, not me. They're like, Shayla, your handprints are all over it. We know that you don't wear gloves.
Right through me because my face gets red too when I get really nervous or if I'm lying, my face gets red. I've never been able to do it.
Wait a minute. Your face has been red on this show a few times. Not tonight. Not tonight, but other shows you have. So I don't know what's going on there. Okay, last one. This is here. So I want to play you this. Did you ever babysit?
I was really into babysitting.
Were you?
All the time. Every weekend I was babysitting. Yeah.
Okay.
I juggled like 5 different families.
Oh my God. Did you bank?
Business going.
Yeah. Did you bank? Did you make money? I mean, a lot of money?
I made bank. Yes.
Really? Okay, check this out. There's an internet thread of people saying it's time to normalize babysitting as adults. Listen to this. Hopefully this plays. Hopefully, listen to this woman. Hold on. Wait. Oh. Okay, hold on. Oh.
Bank. I got an email a couple months ago from one of my regulars, and she said, my husband and I want to go away for 24 hours. Do you think you could watch my 10-year-old and my 13-year-old for 24 hours? And I said, yes, that works for me. And she said, great. Does $500 sound fair? Yeah, that works for me. Can we normalize babysitting as adults? Because I'm 38 years old and I still babysit on a regular basis because I am making bank. I got an email a couple months ago from one of my regulars, and she said, my husband and I want to go away for...
Oh, I'm playing it again, so let me stop it there. I didn't know it repeated itself. So I was like, oh, wow. So, like, would you... if somebody came to me and said, like, hey, I'll offer you $500 to watch my 10 and 13-year-old for 24 hours, it'd be like, okay, they're going to sleep for 8 hours, so you're only not watching them for 24 hours. Also, are they gamer? Like, there's a lot of things that I'd be like, what are they going to do where I just have to be in the vicinity and not really watching over them? So yeah, I would do it. And why not normalize adult babysitting? Like, what's the minus on that?
I don't know. Like it actually makes total sense. I'm totally for that. I loved babysitting. I made bank off of it. I mean, I made good money. I even had parents that they would together, they would go on vacation and leave me at their house with their children for like a week or so. And I would make a ton of money from that. You think they go to school during the day. So it's like, I just watched them, for a few hours at night, put them to bed, got them to school the next day, like that. And I made good money.
Would you do it now?
I would.
You're in your 20, what are you, 27?
28. I would babysit. Yes.
Well, first of all, you're getting old. And
she said she was 38 and she was babysitting.
Would you babysit at 38? I mean, looking ahead, do you think? Because you'd probably have kids, right? You're probably going to have kids by the time you're 38.
Yeah. See, then you could just pair up the children and they play together and you just supervise and then you don't have to do anything.
Really?
That's the best. I loved it when I had some families that were friends, so they would get together and go out, and then I watched both sets of children. They all played together, like, they didn't want me to play with them. Suddenly, I was just like, I just had to be there and just watch them. So easy.
I
So
wonder if I wonder if there is anybody that I know that's like adult babysit, because it kind of seems like a win for the people who are like, oh, hey, we want to go out. And then you have an adult, you know what I mean? Like not that like teenagers can't do the job, because the teenagers have been doing the job for years and years. Like it just goes back in history. It's a good way to make money. But would you think they would feel safer with an adult?
possibly, yeah, I think so. I wonder if it's just like teenagers are looking for the money, like they
Right.
don't a lot of the teenagers don't have jobs and they're just looking for some extra cash on the weekends, so it's an easy gig. When you get to be an adult, I think you're like, "Well, I already have a day job, like I don't want to work extra for a little bit of chunk change," you know?
I don't know, but that's not chunk change when she's making $500 for 24 hours. And you know what I mean? Like, I don't
That's
think that's, I
true.
don't
I'm
think
gonna
that's
need to
chunk
find
change.
out what the going rate is now because
It's a lot. Like babysitters charge what I think is a lot of money. All right, hold on. Look at this. My niece is back. When they're your own kids, they're demons. You're more of a referee. Yeah, your kid. My niece Abby would know. She just had her baby girl named Salem, which I'm very happy for my niece who had a baby girl, but also very sad that she went with Salem and not Bradley J. Jr.
rude. That would have been a fantastic name.
Exactly. For a girl, think about how tough she would be. Abby also weighs in. Technically, your sister watches kids as her day-to-day job, and she's in her 50s. Yeah, but she has a daycare, so that doesn't count. I mean, the daycare, you've started a job. It's a job. Like, it's a
Daycares
job.
make a lot of money.
She does, but Teresa won't ever tell me how much money she makes because I really want to know. Also, Judy. Hey, Judy.
That's my aunt. Hi,
She
Judy.
She made 50 cents an hour and was only 12. That was probably a lot of money, though.
That
Right?
probably was. Yeah. My going rate was $10 an hour. Is it still $10 an hour?
No, it's more than that.
Oh,
It's more. I think like
I was
I think like
excited about $10 an hour.
Oh, yeah.
Minimum wage was $7.25, and I was like, $10.
I think now like babysitters can charge. I think I saw somewhere where somebody was charging like $50 an hour. I think I saw that. They got to be charging like 25 or 30, I think. I mean, I'm not sure. Yeah, $10 an hour was my rate. My friend pays her daughter $20. Okay, they're $20 an hour.
$20 an hour is pretty good.
What would you charge now if you were going to babysit kids?
I don't. Oh man.
I mean, you've seen that. It's like there's
I mean, inflation. Okay.
Sure, use that as an excuse to squeeze money out of people. Oh, I'm going to start a babysitting gig, and with inflation, I was going to charge you 10, but now I'm going to charge you 40.
$20 an hour sounds pretty good. I would babysit for $20 an hour.
Would you do it for what would you charge for 24 hours? What for a day? What would you charge?
Oh,
Charge
I don't know.
$500?
Most of that's sleeping, right? Because you're just
Here, let's hold on. Let's check and see. Somebody's probably already done the math that's watching right now. I'm not very good at math, so let's see.
I want to figure out how long we were actually awake.
20 times 24.
I wouldn't charge to be sleeping in your house.
So if you charge $20 for 24 hours, it's $480.
But you're sleeping some of that time.
But you also have to feed them. You got to entertain them. You got to do all this stuff like they're your children. Think about that. Yeah. Judy says, "Holy crap! I could have retired a long time ago at 20 an hour." Well, Judy, get on it, girl. Do it now. Is that a relation of yours?
Yeah, that's my aunt.
Judy, Aunt Judy. Can we call
Aunt
her?
Judy.
Can I call her Aunt Judy?
Yeah, that's Aunt Judy.
Judy, can I call you Aunt Judy? I think in Kansas, the average is like 15 an hour for overnight care. What do you mean so they stay overnight? That's obviously
probably, yeah.
Right? Used to not
an hour.
So for inflation, that means Shayla would charge 20.
Yes, I would charge 20.
Are you that good of a babysitter?
I'm pretty good, Bradley J.
What's so special about your babysitting services?
You know, I think you would also be a very good babysitter because I just have a childlike personality and you do as well. And so I just get along with children really well. It's like we're thinking the same thing all the time.
Here's my question then.
You want to play with Legos? I want to play with Legos.
Here's my question then. Why don't you have children yet?
Well, just because it just not the right time.
Bradley is only good at roughhousing. I am good. I roughhouse with my nephews because
if you babysat for girls, that probably would go over well.
No, I don't know with kids. I don't know with kids. I don't know. I'm not around with like Leon and Abby's kids. I roughhouse with them, and the fun thing. It's fun for me because my mom tells me to stop because I'm getting riled up. Abby tells me to stop because I'm getting riled up. I'm like, that's what kids are supposed to do. They're supposed to be riled up. They're supposed to be getting it done. I'm making them tired for you so that they'll go to bed when you're driving home or earlier. That's what I'm doing. That's what uncles do. Uncles do those kind of things. That's our job. When you turn into an uncle, whatever state you lives in, send you something in the mail that says you are allowed to do this to your nieces and nephews. It's every state has it. They send it to you. You sign it. You mail it back, and you've got a license to roughhouse and to give candy whenever you want. It's just that's what uncles do.
I would agree with that. You probably do a lot of the roughhousing like at night when they're supposed to be getting like calmed down, ready for bed.
No, that's not true.
Oh, okay.
I don't do that at all.
No.
I do like to give them candy and pop before they go to bed. But then if they come to me and they're like, Uncle Brad, I have to go to the bathroom. I'm like, that's your mom and dad's duty, not mine. If I wanted kids to wake me up to go to the bathroom, I would have had kids. Get away from me. 5 pounds of candy just for them on Easter. That's true. I did that. Again, it's in the uncle bylaws of every state.
You gave children 5 pounds of candy each?
Mm-hmm. I bought them a big old bucket. Big old bucket, man. Look at your aunt. That's what aunts do also. They send them home. There you go. Judy and I. We're very smart people. Very smart people. All right. By the way, I just want to wrap up the show by saying Shayla had nothing to talk about today.
I failed. I am sorry. I was not prepared. I had a topic and I forgot it. I didn't remember what it was.
You would think that with her exciting life that she lives with Gustavo and everything like that, she would have something to talk about. But
I just show up.
By the way, I do want to say I did see on Gustavo's Instagram feed, I believe, that he has like a fishing wall.
Yes, he does.
Very excited about?
Yeah, that's just a man's dream.
All right. Well, hey, there's a topic to talk about. All right. Gustavo has a fishing wall. Next Wednesday, Shayla's going to talk about what kind of wall that she would like to have and why he gets his own wall out in the shed. So we're going to talk about that. Be thinking of that, Shayla. I'm giving you show prep to talk about tomorrow. So, hey, thanks for joining us. I love talking to you on Wednesdays every time. I think people know that. So there you go. I do. Your aunt is great. All right, before we wrap it up real quick, but the sexiest man is the one that knows how to keep their mouth closed. Trying to jab at me.
I think it was.
I think it was too. I don't know. You know what? Nieces and nephews' favorite list. I just can't take her off the top. It's just so hard. She's so funny and cool. Dang you, Abigail. I love her to death, man. I can't wait to see my new niece and corrupt her the way only an uncle can corrupt her. Salem, get ready. Uncle Brad's going to see you on Thanksgiving. Also, Abby
5 pounds of candy.
She gets the whole house. I don't understand what that comment is.
I get the whole house instead of just a wall.
Yeah. We'll find out more about that coming up next Wednesday. All right, top forever. Yep, she knows me so well, man. All right, Shayla, talk next Wednesday.
All right, bye.